Panther Nation, another brutal beatdown, by this time by the hands of the Miami Dolphins. But is there some hope to be gleaned from the film? It's time to check out the All 22 in the C3 film room. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the C3 Film Room. I'm your host, Cody Lashley, here again, breaking down the All 22. This is where we look at everything that's happening with the Carolina Panthers, the X's, the O's. You already know I'm joined with the homies. First up, my man Cole. Cole, what's up, dude?
Man, what's up, Cody? Another loss we got to talk about, but it's damn good to be here with you boys as always, man. I'm ready.
Same to be here with you, man. Anthony, what's up, bro?
What's going on, boys? Nothing much. As Cole said, another loss, man. But we're here to break it down, so I'm happy to be here.
We're
That's right. And Pickle, I refuse to shut the hell up. Maybe if you ask me nicely.
Well, I tell you what, we're here to evaluate this, but I sure wish somebody, somewhere, some way, would tell these players, coaches, GMs, owners, staff to play to win or shut the hell up. Set the hell up. Do something, but win.
Yeah, man, that doesn't seem to be very high on the list of to-dos.
No, which
for
I
the
mean,
Carolina Panthers. You hate to see it, man. But listen, we're gonna jump into this All 22 film, and without further ado, gentlemen, let's just do this thing, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got our first play of the game, and I'm gonna let this whole entire series run from the first down to the third down. So not a lot happening up the middle, and this is something.
Usual.
Yeah, I mean, we were able to start out semi-strong in the performance against the Dolphins, but
wow.
yeah, I mean, just now.
Offensive line.
This is the play I wanted to highlight. Let me make sure I'm at the right time. Yeah, I want y'all to look at it. Kwanu on this play, my man, number 79, right here at left tackle. And not a great player to start out our drive. I mean, just bull rush, man. Bradley Chubb gets his hands right into his pads and just pushes him right off him. Hand placement, swipes off to the inside. Bryce is, big time hit, man. Bryce is dead to rights on that one.
That looks like a really good edge rusher. Somebody that maybe is worth what he's currently getting paid.
Ooh,
Absolutely
firing
is.
shots.
Too bad the Panthers ain't got an edge rusher like that. Sure would come in handy.
Sure
Yeah,
would.
we don't.
Yeah, so Kwanu just blasted. Whoever has some background noise, turn it down just a tad. All right, next up, Laviska Shenault underneath. And this is something that we all wanted to see some more of. Use Laviska and those crossing routes and those mesh concepts. Use his play yards after the catch ability to be able to make some stuff happen. I've been wanting to see some more of Laviska, and as simple as it is, it works. Play it one more time. Using motions. I mean, this is all stuff I'm hoping to see more of from Thomas Brown. All right, now we're going to go to 213.
Cody, how much pull did Thomas Brown have this game? Was it more than usual? Or at least up until this point?
They had been making it sound like the latter half of the game, they would let Thomas Brown start to be the one that called plays. So, not entirely sure. Next up on the line, we have, see what I wrote down here.
Laviska.
Sniffing out a screenplay. And man, look, Frankie Lulu has been one of my favorite players for a while. And just does a great job kind of flowing to the football, being aggressive and sniffing out this play. Anything you wanted to add, Cole?
Clean move, prototypical, just good effort by Frankie right there as a linebacker. You can't ever question his heart when he's on the field. Only thing ever happens squabbles with him. He just overruns stuff, but he plays with a high motor, probably like no other person on our defense right now.
My favorite player. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can see why. I'm not gonna argue it.
Yep. Let me make sure we're gonna run this through to the next one. A disrupted pitch. So the defense started out playing on fire, being aggressive, sniffing out the pitch play. He ends up
That's
tripping.
good. That's
Yeah.
great containment all the way around by everybody.
Came into the edge. That's something that we've been desperately in need of more. Oh, yeah, I just do this.
A team with that much speed, the motions, that much scares the shit out of me.
Give credit to Brian Burns. Got the defender off of him. Got into the backfield. And did his thing.
See, that's how you shed a block. If he did that every play, shed a block that good, it would be no question he could get whatever amount of money he wanted.
And that's really what we've been saying the whole time. We just want to see him do these things at a consistent level. And I don't think anyone would have a problem paying him whatever. We just want to see it more often. 426. We'll just start here at 421. A lethal sidearm throw to Adam Thielen. And this is where Bryce has been at his best, man. Across the middle, putting the ball right where Adam can get it on that little corner.
It's a good ball.
Affecting the ball in the middle of the field. That's what Bryce and Tua Tagovailoa really do well throughout the film session. That middle of the field, these crossing route type of plays.
Yeah, he also really had no time to throw there. I mean, the
he
right
made
guard
that under pressure.
Yeah, the right
Yeah,
guard. You
not
got
at
to be
all.
able to hold your block for at least like a second longer.
Yep. The guard play was definitely terrible. Throckmorton just whiffs hard.
Yeah. Corbett can't get back fast enough.
No, sure can't. Now let's go to 5:23. This next play right here coming up. Jonathan Mingo straight up missed the block on this play. So keep your eyes on Mingo right here.
Yeah.
And just miss completely. And whenever you don't have one man doing his job, it fucks it up for everyone else. And this is something that, he's going to have to get a lot better at as time moves on.
Yeah, he's not blocking. Oh, yeah. Chubb just went.
No, barely at all.
Yeah. It's also a tough assignment too.
That is, yeah, that's what I was
If you're gonna
Yeah,
run
yeah.
like a
That's
pitch,
rough.
if you're gonna run a pitch play, man, you gotta have some linemen on Chubb to the outside. So I don't blame
What did
Mingo as
Icky
much
even
for
do
that,
on
but
this? Icky took who he was supposed to. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a good
Icky
play
did
by
his
Chubb,
thing.
too. I just wanted to make sure he didn't blow an assignment, but he didn't.
All right, now Bryce calls the blitz pickup. They pick it up correctly, and he ends up throwing a nice out route to Adam Thielen. You see that they have 6 men in the box, well, 7 really. They end up sending. He ends up changing the protection. You see the left guard motions, picks up the protection, ball to Adam Thielen. That's the reason why you drafted him number 1. The ability to know where the blitzes are coming from, being able to make changes at the line of scrimmage. Watch for the adjustment. They all signal to the left. Boom. Nice shit.
That's a better adjustment than he's been making, Cody. He's checked into the right play on that one for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the right job. He did the right thing for sure. Nice ball placement. Had to turn around a little bit, but for the most part, did what he had to do. Now we're going to go to 7 minutes. And just Chuba Hubbard with nice vision and awareness on this run, man. And this is why a lot of people are calling him RB1 for the Carolina Panthers. Nope, inside, stay off me, aggressive run. I'm into
He
that.
looks so much better, Cody, than last year. It's everything. He doesn't even look like the same back.
I'm telling you, man, people were giving up on him far too easy, man. He's a nice runner of the ball. You can do worse than Chuba.
Way better at finding the holes for sure. I mean, that's a play we got to run more. Like have Laviska motion, and then get the defense moving to one side and get Chuba to the outside on the other side. I mean, that's a great play. So we got to incorporate that more for sure.
And hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's go back to Chuba and let's get 7. Extra effort, bully ball into the end zone.
Doing that last year. He wasn't running through contact at all last year. It's not the same back.
Later on down the year, he was able to do it some. I know against the Lions, but yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Chuba, man.
I think he's learned quite a bit he learned quite a bit last year off of Foreman.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to 9:39. One more. I just have this as big brain Dolphin play. So it's a 3rd and 1. And again, we're kind of dealing with this ourselves. You know, Bryce is not a bigger quarterback. Chuba is not a bigger quarterback. Unlike the Philadelphia Eagles, they're not doing the tush push with Tua Tagovailoa or Bryce. And yeah, man, what do y'all think about this one?
I couldn't
bad,
believe
man.
that happened when that happened. That's really what you wanted to do. Like as
Just
bad
trying
as
to
we
do
are,
too
that's
much
what
there.
Yeah, that's getting too cute with it, Ant.
Yeah, not a good play at all.
If we had done that shit, I would have been irate.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm surprised we didn't, to be honest.
Yeah, don't start, Cody.
That seems like some
it's a
Panthers.
long season.
That seems like some Panthers material, if I'm being honest.
Seriously.
Yeah. All right. So now, this is one of my favorite ones. My man Tremble said, "Nah, son, up and over." Yeah, look at Tommy getting them yards, baby. I love that, man. I've been pulling for Tommy for a while. I'm happy to see him finally start to come on. And I'm just happy that we're not talking about Ian Thomas, boys. Isn't that enough?
Yeah. And that's like, need to run more bootlegs. Like, there's this whole conception that Bryce can't be under center. I think that's completely false. Just put him under center because then the defense doesn't know if he's going to run or pass. You know, when you're in shotgun so much, they're most of the time they're sending it, they're signaling in on the throw. So you get him in that formation, and then you kind of like you get the defense on their toes a bit. So I thought that was a great play design by Frank Reich. Got to give him credit there. So
yeah,
and yeah.
Here we have Bryce Young on a dig route to Adam Thielen. Fake the handoff. And then boom, put it to the sideline on the near hash, so it's an easier throw. I like to watch the footwork of Bryce, see him getting the ball out, faking the handoff, feet pointed at the direction of his wide receiver. You know, fundamental stuff like that, man. You can take it for granted, but that continues to be important.
Icky keeps getting his ass blown up. If you play that back one more time,
yeah.
Like, if Bryce doesn't get rid of the ball quick on that throw, dude, he's getting blown up. Oh wait, that's not Icky. Never mind. That was Tommy.
Well,
Tremble.
Let's see who it was. Yeah, Tommy Tremble motions across the line.
Yeah, that was Tom. That was my bad.
Yeah.
It looked like him.
Pretty horrible.
Yeah. we can't be in these situations where we get, edge rushers, 250-pound, 260-pound guys on tight ends. That's just, that's an easy matchup for them.
Yep. All right, and this is one of the areas where Kevin Kwanu is dominant, and it's in the run, and I want us to pull him across the formation more because Icky's the one, in my opinion, that helps to make the play.
Yeah,
for
great
sure.
run there.
Let the big man be powerful and physical at the point of attack. I want more of that.
That's what he's good at. When you pull him and he goes to
Yep.
the inside, you got to start running stuff that caters to the strength of your players, and I think that's something that we need to continue to do. Also, just great vision by Blackshear.
Yeah,
These are holes that Sanders
Yeah.
has been getting this season, and he just hasn't been able to, hit the holes. That's the one thing, man. I mean, there's an open hole there, easy 10-yard gain right there.
I think it's notable that Frank Wright said today in his presser that he really wanted to see Blackshear get some playing time. I thought that was very notable. I think one of the side notes of having Thomas Brown call the plays is a simple reality that Frank Wright will be able to be a head coach, not a offensive coordinator / play caller / head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So the breaking news here, it's in the film room, might as well say it. We actually worked out Blake Martinez today.
Really?
The former Packers
wow.
linebacker and Raiders linebacker. So we'll see
I wouldn't
how that
mind.
comes
I wouldn't
into
mind
fruition.
Blake Martinez at all. That would be a welcome addition, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you'll see later in why we kind of need him because Frankie's not like the Shaq Thompson run downhill kind of guy. I mean, he's not really good to fit the Mike linebacker. So I think that's kind of what they're trying to do is bring him in to play the Mike. But yeah, go ahead, Cody.
I agree. And we've been missing a Mike linebacker for a long time. So hopefully we can come to a deal with him. Nice hard run by Chuba Hubbard. And again, man, me and Tony go back and forth on this on the Tuesday show. I'm not trying to say that he's a world beater or the best back or whatever, but Chuba gets better and better, and now he's fighting hard for yards, man. On an offense where not a lot of people are doing that. So I want to give the man his credit.
Right now, I think Chuba Hubbard's the best back we have on this roster.
Oh,
yeah,
no
that's
doubt.
not debatable.
It's looking like
and speaking of linebacker, while some folks may laugh at me for saying this, but I really think we miss Shaq Thompson more than we thought we would.
I tried to.
You know what you also
downplay
notice on
that
those run plays that are really working? 2 tight end sets.
Yep.
All offseason, I heard about one of the things
Yes.
Frank Reich wanted to do was run 2 tight end sets. And even though Hayden's not that good of a blocker, Tremble's pretty solid. So, get those 2 tight ends in there, just run straight at him. And that's the kind of hard mouth football that the Panthers are used to playing all these years.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what we need to start doing more.
So this next play right here, this is one of the better throws from Bryce all year on a corner route to Adam Thielen. Puts it right where it needs to be for 6 points, baby, for that big touchdown. Right between 2 defenders, too. Perfect ball placement. He knew right where he was going with the football. Decent protection on this play. You have Adam Thielen motion across the line. And yeah, man, just puts it right where it needs to be. That's good stuff from Bryce. That's these are the types of plays that we need more of. We need more aggression in the red zone. Who cares if you're not 5 yards, away from the touchdown? You need to make sure that you're able to affect at least 20 yards out from the red zone.
Right.
And there's no one else. Thank God for Adam Thielen. If you rewatch the play, there's no one else open. Harris Marshall, there may have been something developing at the top in the corner of the end zone, but you can't wait that long to throw that ball. You're either going to get sacked or make a dumb decision.
The way this is, the inside pressure right there was watch him when he throws this ball. Watch the 2 end guys right here.
Yeah. So
it's
great
it's either release it now or take the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to go to 16-29. And my simple question is, man, and this is just, how much firepower the Dolphins have. What are you even supposed to do on a play like this? So this is Tyreek Hill. This is someone that you all might be very familiar with. One, Robbie Chosen Anderson,
Never heard of
and just the, yeah, the amount of speed, man. There's not a lot of options for this because one of them is going to take the top off. Then Tyreek Hill just goes across the middle. Dude, even if JC Horn is on the field,
That's tough. To
like
defend.
that's tough to defend, dude.
And I got a
Real
criticism.
tough.
I got a criticism with this defense. So
Mhm.
listen, there's only two wide receivers running routes, Robbie and Tyreek. If you're playing a zone and they're still getting that much open a space in front of them, you might as well bring the blitz on that play. You might as well try to
Might
get
as well.
pressure because they're still going to sit. If you don't, Tua doesn't have pressure on him. Look how open the zone is right there. That's a great play design,
Yeah.
but that's
Well, I
something
mean,
I don't like about the
Yeah,
soft
I mean
defense.
you have two tight
yeah.
ends. You have two tight ends. So right here, you think that they might run the football. They might do an outside
Yeah.
run to the weak side of the formation, and get guys out in space and try and pound the rock. But whenever you have two speedsters up there, and you're able to give enough time in pass protection, yeah, man, like they're playing
Yeah, all day.
off. Yeah, they're playing off so
Too
much.
far off. Yeah.
Another thing is they don't trust any of their corners in press man coverage, and you're going to see this later on in the film when they ask Dante Jackson to do it, and it just does not work out well for him.
I bet not.
Yeah.
It's
I
hard for
also
the fan base to watch these and to be patient. I know I'm not very patient sometimes, but I can't help
yeah.
but wonder if if we're patient, will we see signs later on to get better? I think we will,
Yeah,
That's all
but
we can hope for right now.
we have to. Right.
You know
and
what's
then
also crazy that you
yeah,
noticed? Sorry to cut you off.
not good.
Our tackling has been so sloppy. Like
Abysmal.
Jeremy Chin on that play, man. Like Tyreek, you had him in your hands. You got to be able to get him by the legs and bring him down.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
those
100%.
extra yards matter, though. They do. Those are game changing yards. So
Oh, trust me, I have a few plays on my play sheet right here that are just listed as terrible, terrible tackling. So yeah, we're definitely we're gonna get into it a little bit further. But hey man, a player that's been making some plays recently, Sam Franklin Jr.
Mhm.
I mean, look, the man saved a touchdown straight up. It just prevents it, man. They know that they've got Jalen Waddle going deep, and he just cuts across. He knows that they're trying to hit the deep ball. And shout out to Tua, man. If it wasn't for Franklin, that was a touchdown. But
Yeah,
good old
Dante
Sam
Jackson
Franklin.
out there trying to figure out what to do.
What else is new?
well, it's also thanks to Tua not having the strongest arm.
That
Because
helps.
Josh Allen would have been able, or Mahomes would have been able to put that over the top. But that was still a great throw. Great play by Sam Franklin, 100%. Like to run over, leave his assignment, and see that he's throwing that deep ball and ice up Dante Jackson. We'll get into him later, but
Oh
yeah.
Sam
And
gained a lot of
but
ground.
by the way, as we're watching this Dolphins offense, and I've said this before, if you're gonna build a successful offense around Bryce, it's gonna look like what the Miami Dolphins are doing with Tua. Because from a talent level perspective, they are kind of similar. So now we have a jet sweep set up by the Dolphins, and I love what they do, man. They get the tight end moving, they get the running back moving. There's so much movement that you just don't know where the ball is going on any one play like that.
You can tell that Mike McDaniel's learned what he learned off Kyle Shanahan.
Shanahan.
You can actually tell some
Look
of
at all
these
that
plays
movement right there. That's
designs.
crazy. Look at that shit in the backfield. What's going on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Play it one more time.
And Cody brought up a good point earlier. how they were in that 2 tight end set formation to maybe think we were running the ball. Man, that's like what we got to do at the same time. That's why I said put Bryce under center so that you keep the defense on your heels and you're not just being a drop back passer. As much as I want him to be Tom Brady, he's just not that. So we got to be able to keep the defense on our toes.
Yeah, 100%. And that's why you're able to use motion when you have speed players. And the Dolphins just do this so well, man. Yeah, they're the blueprint, in my opinion, for what you want the Panthers to look like at some point in time. All right, now we have a little fake out route here. They love to send their players in motion. They get Waddle faking like it's going to the sideline, only to come back up and just misdirection, man. When you have speed, you can fake out defenders, get them thinking and believing one thing, only to do another. The timing, the ball is out of his hand fast. I mean, that's a nice play.
And you also see that there's so many defenders around, like one wide receiver, like they know what the play is going to be almost. They just can't stop it. And I think that's just when talent outweighs, the scheme you have on defense and everything. That was just a great move by Jalen Waddle.
So far, Tua's had no pressure at all in the box.
None.
Not even a little tiny bit
at
of it.
all. And look what they're going to do with their tight end here. I believe they're going to motion him across, and he's just going to get a touchdown here, man. Look, the motion him one way, get him going back the other way. So now, look, you have a defender that they're preparing to get the ball. No, he's out here blocking, man. I love that. The inventiveness from the Mike McDaniels offense is envious, man. I want it so bad. I want what they're able to do. I love what they do, man. There are multiple times throughout the film where I have it marked down.
Yeah.
God, I wish we had that level of play calling for the Carolina Panthers, and we just don't. Not yet. We're hoping Thomas Brown is able to fix this up, man.
Yeah.
Play calls have to get better. Like, that's not optional whatsoever.
Yep.
No.
I mean, you still, if you have a cookie mix, you can't bake a steak.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No.
I mean.
Not at all. All right, Bryce hitting Adam Thielen on a comeback route. Some yards after the catch. Again, Adam Thielen keeping the ball moving.
I want to bring this up. I think the one thing that I'm excited about with Thomas Brown is, like, yes, it's the same playbook, but I think he's going to have a better understanding of what plays to call at the right time. Because when you really look at that from the sky view, like that last play, there is just everyone's running a damn curl route. Like what is that? What is that going to do? What is the defense scared? Like out routes, curl routes. There's no downfield threat. So you got to be able to call the right play at the right time.
They're not even calling deep plays. They're not. It's like they're not interested. And then we wonder why Bryce is missing them. And again, I've been hard on Bryce, and we're gonna show some Bryce misses here today. But it's like you're not gonna get good at something unless you practice it a bunch of times. You're never gonna be a good downfield passer unless they call downfield passing plays, man. It's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right, Anthony. Everything's short and underneath, and just not a lot doing, man.
Adam Thielen, it may be the MVP. He may be the best player on this team this year. No question about it. Like,
so they have a good reception to Jonathan Mingo. So we have a good play and a bad play. Fakes the handoff, gets the ball to the sideline to Jonathan Mingo, moving the sticks, fine. Now, in my mind, two tight end set. Now, in my mind on this one, Bryce this is the run. let me get to 20.
Did you? I'll just bring it up one more time. But did you notice on that pass play how the Dolphins assumed they were going to run the ball because they had so many linemen in the game, and then it was
Yeah.
an easy play action with tons of time for Bryce? Like that's the stuff
Right.
you got to be incorporating more.
100%, Anthony. 100%. Now I have this as a misfire by Bryce across the middle. I feel like he just didn't put the ball at the right place, and that should have been a completion to Terrence Marshall Jr. I believe.
Mhm.
I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, I feel like he should have put the ball a little bit more out in front of him. I mean,
Yeah,
yes, Jonathan Mingo.
It was in traffic.
This is a bad
but
throw.
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Has
Bad
to put
throw
it
for
right-
sure.
Has
Well,
to put it up
he
in
did
front
have
of him.
some options on that play,
All right, let's look.
but he just didn't. He got the ball out faster than they were ready for it.
So, what do you think? Maybe DJ Chark up there?
Yeah.
I'll say this. I agree. And at the same time, though, you see how the interior of the offensive line is already crashing into his lap.
Mhm.
Like there's only so much time you can sit in the pocket. You got to make a quick decision. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a bad throw by Bryce. I think it's just used under pressure.
Yeah.
It's also why I hope Austin Corbett plays Sunday, because I
And-
sure damn well know he's not getting his ass drove three yards in the backfield.
Let's hope, man. It's coming off of an ACL tear. I'm hoping that we get the best version of him that we've seen in a while. But yeah, this is why defensive coordinators want to pressure the quarterback, man. It makes them speed up their timing. It takes them out of everything that they're trying to do. Also, look at how effective they use the stunts. They'll send look, they have Nick Chubb coming back around to the inside. Yeah, they're playing aggressive. All right, what do I got here?
They have legit starters all along their defensive line. They really do. We don't on our defensive line. We don't have legit starters across from it. There's certain things we can't do because of that.
All right. Third down. DJ Chark on the sideline. Separation. And Bryce just misses him. Now, there was pressure in his face, but in my mind, and y'all tell me what y'all think, Anthony, keep me honest, I feel like this was enough time. Yes, Christian Wilkins is in his face, but if he takes another second to make sure he has the right trajectory on that ball, I mean, look, it doesn't even land in bounds.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
there was no chance on that ball.
I agree. Yeah, like he's not on the same page there,
Also,
and
right
I think
here,
it comes. I think I just
The
want to
twist
bring this
got
up.
his ass.
Everyone was
was
worried.
that 19 or was it? Somebody was
DJ.
coming across the
Oh yeah,
slant.
somebody coming across
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah,
Another
right here?
second, he would have been
I
that
don't-
would have been a safer play. But with the pressure, in my opinion, with the pressure in the middle, with the pressure coming at him, he was lucky to get the ball out.
Yep.
I was gonna
if you-
say.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I agree with you. Like, yeah, he's gotta. I think like with this deep pass, I think he just kind of just made a quick decision, and that's why there wasn't any rhythm on the pass. I think if you want to get him in rhythm with his deep passing, you should come out of the gate and like we said, a 2 tight end set where he's got time to throw, then see how he can do on a deep pass like that when he's got
Yeah.
the time. And the other thing I want to bring up is I don't think we're going to have a problem with Bryce Young's arm in the future, because I really haven't seen any underthrown passes this season, kind of like Tua, where it's like, okay, you can't be underthrowing that receiver right there. You got to lead him. So I guess that's a neutral aspect of it. But I agree with you, Cody, on the fact that he's got to be able to hit that for sure. It takes timing, accuracy, rhythm, all with everyone has to be in sync. So
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I believe that they can run the ball if they can run the ball effectively, if they can do some stuff at 2 tight end sets. Yeah, I like their ability to be able to, to to make something work of this, but we definitely need more creativity in our offense. So I have right here great run blocking by Miami, and you see they put an extra tight end to the side of Brian Burns. Yeah, and the tight end just pushes him out the way.
you can't be getting blown up by a tight end right there, man. You
I
just
mean,
can't.
hey man, people tell us that, oh, we're not watching film. That he's not, doing this, he's not doing that. But I mean, then you see a tight end bulldoze him out of the play, a big time yards after the catch play. Let's look at it from
Yeah.
behind the quarterback, dude. Raheem Mostert, what a performance that man had today. So look, there's number 89. That's a tight end. I love their use of motion and tight ends. I love how they do it, man. Because look, they have a hat on a hat.
Yep.
There's a blocker for everyone.
He's already up to half speed at least when it's on the ball snap.
Hat. Everyone's accounted for, man. Now all your running back has to do is just make a few people miss. And look at this play. This might be the play that changed the momentum for the rest of the entire game in favor of the Dolphins. Straight up. I'll let y'all view that one more time.
It's also because we don't have a damn nose tackle to take two blockers on.
Right. Exactly.
And you don't have the linebackers backing up the D line either.
He run up the middle. Half of those, it's deplorable with the amount of missed tackles. I mean, I'm sorry. Somebody should lose their job over that. I mean, when I talk about it, I remember John Fox, and I'm not going to go on a tangent. John Fox and Ron Rivera at one point cut a starter right after the day after the game, and their response to the media was, "You missed tackles in this league. You don't have a job."
Yeah.
And that's ultimately. Oh, let me just bring this up real quick. That's ultimately Pickle the reason Ron Rivera got fired, because players are missing tackles and they were playing like sloppy shit in the 2019 season. So, but go ahead, Cody.
So yeah, man. Who would y'all say is supposed to be one of the fastest members of our team? One of the fastest.
Dante Jackson.
Dante Jackson. This man right here.
I remember watching this with you.
Now, Tua Tagovailoa is not what you would call a fast quarterback, correct? All right, well, let's just let this play out, man. And let's just see who the faster player between the two of them is.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh, score one for Tua. Throws it right back, puts it on the money to Jalen Waddle. Man, that's embarrassing. Took the wrong angle and let a pocket passing quarterback just outrun you, man. It's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
That's why he was on the trade block. And that's why nobody gave anything for him.
And what was his?
Try to trip him up or something.
I gotta say this though.
Kick him in the nuts.
Why are we running a corner blitz at
That's
the 5
exactly
yard
with
line?
Dante Jackson, and like, what is he really gonna do?
Yeah, but I don't know. I still
in the
bad
red zone.
play.
I mean, corner blitz in the red zone.
That's true.
What a dumb play.
In the red, yeah, especially you want to have guys in the end zone to stop a pass from going there. And you can't. At least Dante Jackson would have been another body, but yeah, still bad, man. Can't get outrun by two.
Coverage right then.
All right, so if you compare and contrast that play and how I said, remember how I was showing you there's a hat on a hat, that they're able to use effective spacing and bunch formations on the line to be able to move people and use their tight ends to be blockers downfield. And look at how effective that play was for Miami. Now look at the difference when Carolina tries to do something similar. Look how much free space we leave. So look, we're motioning Tommy Tremble across the formation, similar to how Miami did. But there's only 5 linemen on the line. You have everyone else motioned out wide. Now when you snap the ball, Look at how much time and space the defenders have to react and flow to the football. I mean, this play is dead on arrival, man, because the defenders just have too much time and space to be able to make the play on the ball. This is the difference that we're talking about in play calling, and it's the reason why the Dolphins are a 10 times better team than the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
That's
Wrong play call
such
at
a
wrong
bland,
time.
Yeah, that was so bland, and like that was a
It's
terrible
also
play call.
it's also like this,
Uninspired.
like yeah, like first off, if you're gonna run a screen and they're trying to motion Tommy Tremble out like he's Tyreek Hill on a real route, first off, that doesn't work. Second thing is the cornerbacks are already playing 5 yards off. They're
Exactly,
already
waiting
lined
for
up
that
as if
shit.
those receivers are gonna run routes. So they're just
Right.
gonna crash right in when he throws a screen. Like there's too much spacing on that play, in my opinion, to run that. There's
100%.
too much spacing.
We've run so much screens. Every
It's
team in the league
ridiculous.
knows we're going to run a screen. We're going multiple screens a game. Every single damn, even if they're not playing us this year,
Yeah.
they know this ahead of time.
But look,
So
even
why do another screen? It would save this team not to use another screen for the next 4 games.
like even right here, you know that this linebacker is about to make the play on Chenault. You
Yeah.
know it because he has enough time and space to be able to do so. And Christian Wilkins ends up coming from the D line to run up and make that play as well. Just not a good utilization of space between your offense and the defenders, man. To me, that was just embarrassing. And I love the fact that we're playing a team in this film that does everything that we're doing so poorly so well. Because it's that great juxtaposition between the two of them. Let's go to the very next play here. Bradley Bozeman just whiffs on this one, gentlemen.
That's just not surprising.
I mean, check out that offensive interior, man. Look, he's on the ground. Come on, Brad.
Oh, wow. I mean, there's not even look at there right there on your defensive line. You've got a total of 2 people, and I mean the linebackers move and fill in, but that's just embarrassing. And this is the guy we paid a bunch of money to.
Yeah. All right, so this is a big time third down. And I don't love the play calling, but also, do you feel that maybe Steven Sullivan or Adam Thielen might have been open on this play? So,
I mean,
Um,
maybe, but here's the thing, Cody. There's not enough time in the pocket for that to really I mean, there's pressure in his face. There's only I would rather him not float that pass to Steven
play that
Sullivan
again,
because
Cody. Pause it.
what I'm saying,
that's
what
me.
I'm
That's
saying,
what I was
Yeah,
saying.
this guy is open. He
but
has
this is-
time to throw that ball
this is what I'm
correctly.
saying. There's enough time. He makes the decision that he's throwing the ball underneath. Whereas if he waits just a tick longer, are we going to say that Steven Sullivan isn't coming open? Because that's open. Like, float the ball. Look how much open space and
Yeah.
green grass would have been out in front of him right here. Yeah, to me, it just seemed like a bit of a
Rushed
missed
it.
opportunity. Now, I even had Adam Thielen. Let me see Adam Thielen one more time. Where was Adam? And
Yeah,
he ends up, and I don't love the route, but I even feel like if you had Adam running up toward the sideline, then you have different levels of the throw that Bryce can choose to throw or not. He can throw shorter or throw a little bit longer.
This
play
is
it back.
third
Play
down.
it back 5 seconds because I
Yeah.
think play it back
Mhm.
because I think the cornerback let off of Steven Sullivan once he saw the ball released. Like I think maybe he could have made that. I don't know.
But remember,
Yeah,
that's a linebacker if I'm not mistaken. Well, let me see. No, it's a corner. But no, this is the linebacker. This was the corner.
No,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know,
saying
man. I just feel like sometimes, and I said this in the other film room, they're having him get the ball out of his hand a little too fast at times.
yeah,
Because now
maybe, but
he's not going through all of the
E-
progressions, in my opinion.
either way, you throw it to a receiver who's 2 yards, who's basically 7 yards short of the first down on third down. Either way,
Right.
that's a dumb throw.
That's
If you're on
another.
third
That's
down, you
another
go
point.
for
Yeah.
the first down, or a wasted play, a wasted series, because that's just what it is. It's a wasted series. And then
could I
this
bring
right here gives you the only thing this does for you is give you 5 more yards to punt the ball. That's all it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, I mean, I think he made the wrong read here, but I want to bring something up. Why the hell is Steven Sullivan out there and not Hayden Hurst on third down?
Yeah.
Like,
The
that's
world
some
may
of the
never
stuff I
know.
don't understand. The personnel decisions. Maybe that's something
To,
I don't know.
to
I
be
don't know.
honest, I'm not. I haven't been impressed with Hayden Hurst at all this year. I mean, I literally, he's not impressed.
Well, he
He
hasn't
he
even
does
been
he
in on the plays to be
what?
impressive
Yeah,
with.
Yeah,
but
I
he
think this.
doesn't he doesn't have enough speed to get off the line of scrimmage. Hardly. I mean,
I
he's Tommy Tremble's more agile and faster than he is.
So
So put Tom, like all I'm
Put Tommy
saying
there.
though, Pickle,
Yeah.
is that this goes back to the whole Bryce deep ball conversation, right? I don't think these guys are getting enough reps and cohesion. The starters, at
all.
least, like they're rotating these random players. And I don't know if I was listen, this is just me. If I was calling the play, Steven Sullivan wouldn't be my third down go ball receiver right there. But
yeah.
that's just me. I mean, I
Yeah.
agree with what you guys are saying though.
So right here, man, some good stuff from Tua. Tua just punishes the soft zone coverage. And it's just terrible defense. And he's being blitzed at the same time, but Tua stays poised from inside the pocket.
Wow, what an impressive nose tackle we have.
Yeah.
I didn't even see what they did.
What's our nose tackle?
Well,
A
that's
whole
Derek.
300 pounds.
Well, Derek Brown isn't a nose tackle, but that's just he shouldn't be playing there.
Kind of
He
holding
shouldn't be.
too. If you
Yeah.
watch him, it kind of looks
Yeah.
like the
I
one of
mean,
the
it's
like
just
right there.
That's a hole.
yeah,
Look,
yeah,
that's holding
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
that is. You also see how like we have that. So I think that's Louvu. I think he's trying to spy the quarterback. There's just the Dolphins made us look so dumb on defense because there's so many guys kind of standing around, not really doing much on the play, and it's because of the motion. It's because they're kind of confused when the ball gets out of Tua's hands. It's just great play
Yeah.
calling.
Yeah. No, I mean 100%. And they have the weapons to be able to call those types of plays. And that's also really important that their head coach knows how to utilize those weapons. So y'all wanted to see poor tackling, right? Yeah, well,
Oh, no.
perfect example. Whoa, oh, nope, sorry. Whoa, oh, nope. First down. Like just terrible
Ankle
form,
shit.
taking bad angles to the football.
Who
Just
did
all
that?
bad, man.
Luke Kuechly would have stuffed Mostert in the backfield right
There's
there.
no way you don't just run through
Yes.
him instead of diving at his
Yes.
legs right then. That is unbelievable.
That's
Was that
it's
Hill?
sloppy.
Is Hill 13? It was
Yep.
13.
And I
Yes.
just want to
Yes.
point something out.
Jesus.
We gave Matt Rule because there's tons of clips. We gave Matt Rule all the shit for the lazy tackling. Well, we need to hold Frank Reich to that same
Absolutely.
standard because clearly
100%.
these guys they're not playing like they got jobs to families to feed and people to depend on, man. And that's
Yeah,
what we
my
need from them.
in my opinion, we're lacking a leader on the defense that's going to ask you. Luke Kuechly would have
That's
chewed
what it
somebody's
is.
ass right there.
Yeah,
Luke
and
Kuechly
Thomas
would have been
Davis.
chewed him from the middle of the field all the way to the bench.
Yeah, Thomas Davis, man. Those were
Exactly.
the leaders. Now, bro, look. Now, tell me this is not the dumbest shit in the world, right? we already saw Tua Tagovailoa put the moves on Dante Jackson, right, and just make him look silly. Now, Tyreek Hill press man coverage with Dante Jackson, barely any over the top safety help. I mean,
Well,
this is all
that's
bad from the jump.
yeah.
What did you think was
It's
going to
well,
happen?
I mean, yeah. When
Look, right here, Dante Jackson is beaten, just beaten worse than he's ever been beaten. Running right by him, boom. And like,
he-
what the hell is the safety doing on that play? Do you not know that that's Tyreek Hill lined up on the outside? Like, bro, come on, man.
which safety is that?
And I'm gonna be honest. I've watched a lot of Dolphins film
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
okay. That's that guy. That's that's 41.
41. I don't
41.
even know his
I
fucking name,
believe
man.
I
Dude,
believe this is that guy we picked up. We picked up off the
Matthias
scrap heap.
Farley. Yes.
Yeah. We picked him up off somebody's. No, he was. I don't even think he was on another team, and we just picked him up and said, "You started. You started for Frank one game, a couple games a few years ago. Here, play, start safety instead of putting somebody that had already with the team."
God,
I mean,
look at Dante at the very end. I'm gonna pause it. Watch. Just real upset.
Can I bring this
Real
up real
upset.
quick?
Go ahead.
So two things. One, you're playing so far that those safeties are playing so deep already. You
Yeah.
don't think that that Dante Jackson's going to need some help on the best receiver in the league?
That's
Exactly.
what
Leave
I'm
it. That's
saying.
stupid
It
play
makes
Second-
calling.
no
You're right.
sense.
Second
I
thing
mean-
is, I've watched a lot of Dolphins this year. I'm pretty sure y'all have too, but Tyreek's route tree is pretty simple. Just because he's so fast, he really only runs like 20-yard in routes, out routes, go routes.
Yeah.
Like that's all he like. You should
Right.
know that when he's lined up one on one, he's probably going to take a shot deep. And there's
Yes,
there's
yes. That's
no
that's
no
that's
help over the top.
this
No help.
this situation. Honestly, and I may be wrong entirely, but I blame Dante less for that than I do the coaching staff and the safety.
You're not wrong for
The,
saying
the,
that.
the
Yeah, they
coaching
put him in a
staff
bad position.
should not have had that safety out there. I'm sorry, he should not have been there. He hasn't been here long enough to know that. Just cause you started 2 games 3 years ago, don't mean you're a veteran.
Yeah. All right. So continuing with the film, the Dolphins run a stunt. Bryce gets pressured, and he just has to throw the ball away. And again, I feel like maybe there might have been something coming open here to the left, but this is the example of there's just no time to be able to throw the football. And look at these wide open lanes, man. That's the point. They start their rush wide. Now you see Bradley Chubb. He's gonna hit the stunt, come back around in the A gap, and get the pressure on Bryce that makes him have to throw the ball away. So look, Bryce is running. You see the number 9 on his back. He's turning to get out. Meanwhile, there's stuff coming open to the left side of the field. This is where the offensive line and the protection prevented Bryce from making a play that potentially could have been had. I mean, look, you have DJ Chark wide open right here. Like, there's stuff open, but your offensive line has to be able to pass protect, and that's not what we're doing.
There's no way to let that route develop that quickly. Like there's just not enough time to throw that deep shot. That's
But
why I
look how
think
they-
it's it's on Bryce and it's on these putrid guards. The one thing I said before when we drafted Bryce is you have to interior of the offensive line is more important than the tackles.
Yes, it has to
And-
be the priority.
And why do you think we're in the market trying to acquire draft picks? If I'm the GM, I'm drafting like at least 2 offensive guards in next year's draft.
Better.
Yeah,
What?
but this is what I did want to point out, and then I'll let you go, Pickle, is look at how they're able to open up. I mean, dude, they part the middle of the Panthers' O line like the Red Sea. Like they rush to the edges. Boom, everybody's coming to the outside. They have a tight end, or they have a wide receiver in motion. They have a tight end running a route. Look at all the space in the middle. Bradley Chubb knows, bro, it's time to feast.
Yeah, it's an embarrassment situation for the offensive
back one
line.
more time,
Number
Cody.
one, the right
Yep.
guard. I know a lot of people are loving him. They say he's played admirable. No, he's not.
Throckmorton.
Throckmorton has been one of our worst guards. I'm
He's
not
gotten
certain
worse.
Chandler
He's
Zavala ain't
gotten
better.
worse.
I mean, he's
He
not
has.
that he's not. I mean, right there in that play, he gets
Yeah.
flat runned
Yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah. Watch.
And
Watch Bozeman
but
on
but
that.
by
So
the
so
time
look.
Bozeman just stands there for a few minutes,
He
So
and by the
opens the
time he
hole.
gets involved, the
keep
play's
your
over.
eyes on Bozeman and Throckmorton.
I mean, Bozeman just opens up a rushing lane. Watch this shit. Ain't no way.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
defend the offensive line a little here. They're not a pass protection specialist offensive line. This is why I also think that when you saw us run the ball a lot last year, it did open up those deep shots and those over the middle throws because we'd been running the ball so much that they didn't have to pass protect. So when they did, they looked really clean. I think that's also why I'd like to see Bryce under center a little more. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that too. I know
Too.
Dan Orlovsky on Twitter a couple months back put something out about how with Drew Brees, that's how they were able to help him out by putting him under center a lot. It's something I wouldn't mind doing at all. Uh, Going to 35-31. Just play it from right here. And Bryce with enough time, with enough protection. And look, this is what happens when everything looks okay and you do give him enough time. That's about a 20-yard completion? 15, 20 yards? Yeah, I mean, you're moving the ball. Decent protection right there.
Same offensive line. They got their technique a little bit better. That's all this is. Just
I'm
a
just
little better technique.
Yeah.
Did look
I'm just
better.
happy Bryce can throw over the middle. That's like the one thing we have to stay positive about. Because if
Oh,
he
yeah.
was like Kyler Murray in this offense, if Kyler Murray was in this offense, boy, he would be scrambling a shit ton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So right here, I have this labeled as Bryce misses Jonathan Mingo. Who is he throwing the ball to? So you have Mingo coming across wide open. I mean, look, that's as open as his open gets, man. And Bryce either doesn't see him and just throws the ball out of bounds. Like, what are you even doing on that play? I don't understand.
yeah.
And by the way, it's like remember
It's like
earlier.
a 2 yard. It's like
But remember earlier in the season where Adam Thielen wasn't in on the play, and they were like, "Oh, we had to call a timeout because we didn't have the right guy for the ball." Well, to me, in my opinion, they're telling Bryce, and I don't know, man. I'm just an armchair quarterback here, but they're telling Bryce if it's not DJ Shark, you don't have anything. But he's
Yes.
not. I mean, he's not even going through his progressions. Look at his head. I mean, all you have to do is watch his helmet. It never comes off of the left side of the field.
But I question.
He's not even aware of Jonathan Mingo coming free underneath right here.
And
But
that's
I
that's
question.
bad coaching. And hold on, Pickle. And to this point, this is like I didn't see this, and you mentioned this in one of the post game shows, Cody. I never saw any of this in Alabama.
No.
Like let's just hope that Thomas Brown can maybe turn him into a human being again and just let him be like, okay, like this is your first read, but go to whatever read is open. Like that's the
Yeah,
mindset that
and
needs to be had.
if your coach is telling you to hit a certain player on a certain play, at a certain point, when does it become your responsibility to just, as the leader of the team, go, well, I need to look and see if I have some other things open to be able to move the ball down the field. I mean, this is a pivotal time in the football game. It hadn't gotten away from us at this point in time. But hey, whatever you want to blame it on, I mean, watch the stripe on Bryce's helmet for
I
all you need to know. He's looking
I
at
don't
one
think. They're-
direction the entire time.
I don't think we've seen this all year. I don't think they're telling him to only throw it to receiver. I think he gets starry eyed to one guy on one play because that's his hot read. Now, granted, that may not be the guy he needs to throw to, but that's his hot read. If you play that play again, the guy on the other side is in the corner and he's open. To me, he's open. But Bryce never looks his way.
Yeah, there's no.
Chuba Hubbard.
We've seen that all year, just exactly that play. Bryce stares down one receiver, and that's the only receiver he throws to. We've seen this time and time again. I'm not sticking up for anybody. I just look at his eyes. I don't believe that he scans the field. I don't believe he's looking for other reads. I
Well, I mean,
don't
look, I
believe
mean,
the
man,
coach is telling him
Mango.
he has to throw.
Look,
Yeah,
you,
and
you can
that's like
say
a
that
5.
Chuba Hubbard. You can say
Right.
that Chuba Hubbard's open.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mingo has a bunch of green grass right in front of him, and like
Yeah.
he's not even looking in that direction, man. That's all.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who the blame
Can-
is on, but it has to be the blame on everyone, and that's a miss on Bryce, 100%.
Right. Because if you look, the guy on the, I think it was Adam Theoden was open. He was wide open. But
Yeah, there've been
you're
lots of
not going to
people
see that
open.
in that.
Um,
You may see it here. I don't know if
all
that's
right,
the right play.
so yeah, this is another one, 36-58. So I hate the play calling, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate the play call.
And I understand why people say that they're telling him to throw it to one guy, but if you go back and you think about them letting him do everything all by himself, and then they changed a little bit of it and pulled a little things back and kind of, I don't think that they're telling him to hit one guy. I think he gets zoned out thinking this is a big play. He's going to get open, and or maybe even it's partly the receiver say, "Hey, I'll be open.
Well,
Just stare at me, get me, and you're great."
it's
But
a part of it's a part of the conundrum, Pickle, because it's like what we're saying. This is not something that he had problems with at Alabama. I mean, Bryce went through his progressions, though, and he had to because the narrative at that time was he didn't have all the big time wide receivers at Alabama, so he had to make sure that he was spreading the ball around. By the way, third down play call right here, dude, just terrible, man. Like this is the best you have. You're only blocking one guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so dumb, man.
Ricky Rain's a good friend of
Yeah.
the podcast. He had DJ Chark on the his podcast. Actually, I'll send you all the link later. And DJ was saying some stuff about Thomas. Like, I think he's gonna put us in positions for the players to succeed. And I think that's an example right there. If you're gonna throw a screen pass, throw that to LaVisca. Why is DJ Chark's not a guy that you're supposed to be throwing a screen pass to?
No.
And the second thing I wanted to bring up on the last play, we were talking about how Bryce missed that read. This is why I don't believe Bryce Young is this bad. I just don't believe that he came to the NFL and he forgot how to play football. I think it's a majority of things. I think we should hope that he can just start playing free.
Yeah. So in my opinion, this is a ball that dies on Tua. And again, I find that there are sometimes some similarities between Tua and Bryce. And the reason I bring this up is because this is, and I know I sound like a broken record, but if you want to build a successful Carolina Panthers, you need to employ and do a lot of the things that the Miami Dolphins are doing. And last week on the film room, I made note of a ball that seemed to kind of die on him. It just didn't have enough drive. And I felt like that was also true of Tua right here. Like that ball should have been a completion, but instead it dies on him, hits the ground, and ends up being an incomplete pass. So next up, we have 41-38. Hang on. Coming to the end of our film here, or coming close to it rather.
This may be a hot take, but I think we're going to miss YGM's absence for the couple games that he's out. Because it seems like he's one of the only guys on that last play. I know you went past it, but dude, Justin Houston has been invisible.
Yeah,
he has not been found at all.
So the pressure forces Bryce to step up. He evades the pressure decently well, but just Who's this right here? Laviska?
No,
Whoever it
that's
is,
Chuba.
yeah, Chuba just does not pick up the block.
And
He
there's
And Bryce,
nothing
doesn't block up.
developing. There's nothing developing
not at
downfield. Like
all.
there's not enough
Well,
time to.
maybe Jonathan Mingo to the sideline, but even still, yeah, I would say Jonathan, but even still, Bryce is having to run out, throws the ball, and it's damn near an interception.
Do you expect Bryce to go back to the right side and make that cross arm throw? Because I mean that would be one hell of an Aaron Rodgers throw to make right there.
Yeah, that would be insane, but you also need more time to be able to make the throw. We don't pick up the blocker. Just
I just think there was nobody open to who the
Move
play
on.
call. It was a dead call, but
Exactly.
um and but it slipping back real quick while you advance to your next film on the YGMs and Justin Houston. I know Justin Houston was good last year. He ain't now. Clowney's playing the same role Justin Houston did for the Ravens and got some good sacks. He played real good. I am going to alter my opinion. I believe a lot of our issues with our edge rushers are defensive line related. I don't think that our defensive line, yeah, I've said it before. We have 4 defensive linemen or 5 defensive linemen on this 53-man roster, and only one of them, to my opinion, is getting consistent play, and even he has lapses, and that's
well,
Derek Brown.
YGM was playing well until he got put on IR. But
Yeah,
guys,
well, he's an edge
here's
rusher.
another.
So,
Yeah, but here's another on this interior, man. Cade Mays and Bradley Bozeman. By the way, shout out to my Clemson guy, Christian Wilkins, had himself a game against the Panthers. But look at how he
Wish we
just
had
shirks
him.
off. I know. Look how he just
Nice.
easily just gets right by him for the sack. He does and he's mocking Brian Burns too. Yeah,
he should.
that's rough. I mean,
He should.
just a 5-man rush, and they just overload us.
Well, Bozeman
I
just
wish
standing there.
we still had our.
I mean,
I know Pickle and Cole will attest to this, but I wish we still had our Mike Rucker,
Oh
our
my
type of Mike
God.
Rucker play on this team.
Yep.
That's just a great play. But again, I mean, we need Corbett. We need Corbett back, and I think a lot of people were hating on Brady Christensen for no reason because he was not giving up getting pushed back 3 yards
Nowhere
into the
near.
quarterback.
Nowhere near, man. Everybody needs to put some respect on Christensen, man. I've been one of his biggest defenders. I think that the guy just doesn't get enough credit.
right.
So we got Tua to Tyreek Hill over the middle. And again, if you notice what we've said about Bryce, he's money over the middle. And what do we see right here from Tua Tagovailoa? He's been money over the middle. I mean, look, that's a nice ball too. That's a 30-yard ball downfield, and Tyreek Hill gets some yards after the catch. Like that's the stuff you want, man. You want speed receivers that can make yards after the catch, that can affect in the middle of the field and make people miss. And that's 100% what Tyreek Hill does on this play. And
A lot of
what
this
Tua
is
does.
a lot of this is where the rules in the NFL, and maybe some of you don't want to hear this, but the rules in the NFL have changed so much that to protect and help the receivers and the quarterbacks to look this good. I
Mhm.
mean, because back in the day, you
Yeah,
had to have
if you went
balls to
across the
run in the
middle, you were
middle.
blown up.
Exactly. And
But
right
also,
now the
here's
rules have changed so much
yep, and here's another
to allow
example too.
this.
But here's
So
another example too. That right across the middle, short underneath. How many times have we seen this to Adam Thielen? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot. Um,
see, if I'm looking at half these guys on this defense, it doesn't matter the number anymore. If you're another team, why will you trade for that? Why are you going to give up any picks for this crap? You can get players that play like this for free on open market.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go to 49. So I only have 4 more plays left. Remember, everybody, if you haven't done so already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live, and also consider becoming a member at only a $1.99. That helps us to be able to produce more content for all of you beautiful Panther fans out there, so that you can be in the know, and you can say Cody put you in the know and showed you what was up with these Carolina Panthers. So let's go to 49-50. Only have 4 more plays left.
Wow, I didn't need to read that.
What'd you see?
All right, here we go. Hang on one sec. So this is Bryce to DJ Shark. And remember, I said this earlier, right? This is the play that I felt like DJ Chark or Steven Sullivan could have been open on that one play that Bryce didn't throw it to because the ball was out of his hands. And you see right here, you know that he's capable of making these types of throws. So that's why I want Thomas Brown to give Bryce more free reign in the offense to be able to do that type of stuff.
Yeah, let him rip it, man. And I said this earlier. I think his arm is fine for the NFL. I really do. I mean, I haven't really seen any play that tells me that he can't make a throw. Obviously, he's not Josh Allen or Mahomes or anything like that. But
I agree. I watched the 49ers quarterback Purdy the other day, and he doesn't have an NFL arm. Right now, he's got a lot of talent around him, but he doesn't have an NFL arm. And
but you can win with him.
Yeah, providing you got a bunch of weapons at his side and they're all healthy.
And that's my point. But if you don't have a quarterback with an NFL arm, you have to be able to put that type of talent around him.
Exactly.
Well, it looks like we'll see Sam Darnold this week anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I didn't want to hear that, but Sam is starting, Baker's starting, and
PJ
Walker's starting.
Wow.
They're all starting, and reality is the 49ers have got themselves in a pickle if Sam don't work for them, because they don't have a franchise.
Hey, y'all, look at this play, man. See, this is when Bryce does show the arm talent, and I do like it. Puts a nice drive on the ball, kind of like a little sidearm throw, and just boom, gets the ball right to Hayden. Right to Tommy Tremble. I thought that was
he
nice.
zipped that in there pretty quick. Yeah.
All right, 2 more plays.
I like to see Tommy starting over
Ian Thomas.
It's probably gonna happen
for a play or two.
Over her. I mean, I want to see the both of them. I want to utilize both of them to the fullest of their abilities. I agree with Anthony. I don't love the amount of times that we've deployed Hayden Hurst. I don't think we've done it effective.
Ian Thomas on IR, Ariki on IR. We're down to Hurst, Tommy, and Sullivan. So Tommy gets to start regardless. Next to Hurst.
All right. Now, I need y'all's help because I don't want it to be said that I'm putting too much on Bryce or that I'm holding unfair standards. This is that 4th down call at the end of the game. I'm going to tell y'all now, I feel like a better ball could have been thrown to Hayden Hurst, okay? Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, because let me not sit up here and pretend I'm some kind of expert, but I feel like this is a play that could have been made by Bryce, but wasn't. So y'all tell me. I feel if the ball is more to the inside, that Hurst can make an adjustment on that ball and catch it and go into the end zone. Am I wrong? Am I being unfair?
No, he missed it here. He missed it here. It was a bad throw, but I don't think. First off, if you look at the other view, look at what those other three receivers are doing. They're absolutely doing nothing. It's the worst play design on 4th down. Like, just get a simple flat route. You only need 1 yard. I don't know.
Watch Hurst. I think Hurst was trying to go to the inside to meet where the ball was supposed to be, but I think the DB defended him, wouldn't let him go into the inside.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes look, they talk about NFL Open, how it's different from college
Yeah.
Open, and
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Look at
like, right-
go.
who?
No, I was just gonna say, like, go back like 5 seconds. I mean, I just don't like the. I think Bryce was looking down. I don't think Hayden was his first read if you looked at his eyes.
Right.
But again, I don't know what kind of play design this is.
What did you say? This was the last play of the game.
Well, no, this is the second.
Fourth
To,
down.
I'm going to show one more, and yeah, but this is that big time fourth down, and I'll try and pause it to show you a little more. But I mean, maybe some other wide receivers were open, but even on this ball, you went through enough of your progressions to get to Hayden Hurst. I want more drive on the ball. Right there. Like, I want him to torque his body into this throw and just put the zip on it, man. Like, the ball kind of sails on him and it goes further. Like, Hayden Hurst has no chance on this play. You see the arc of the ball, it's clearly going over them. If that ball is driven down, I feel like Hayden Hurst can box out the defender, jump up and catch the ball for a touchdown. Maybe I'm wrong. Everybody in the comment section, if you made it this far in the video, tell me what you think. Because I feel like he could have made that fairly easy.
Still a horrible play call, Cody.
So, Cody, there's just an article that came out about why we should trade for DeAndre Hopkins, and because apparently Tennessee is shopping him. And would you think if D-Hop was lined up one-on-one with that guy that he could have gotten enough separation to make a play on the ball?
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to turn down another separator for this team, especially one of the likes of DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I mean, I was calling for him in the offseason, man, but there was all these rumors that he didn't want to play with a rook. So,
yeah.
All right, then, man. I'm going to show y'all one play. And to be honest, at this point, I was already done writing my notes. I figured the game's already put away. But I found this one play, right? Let me get at least in the ballpark of it first. All right, so it's at 107.57. And I'll put it on full screen here in a minute. But whenever you're talking about, arm talent, and you're actually wanting to judge how much arm talent a quarterback has, one of the things that you look for on film is his ability to throw from the far hash to the sideline. And this is where Bryce worries me a little bit, because I believe that there is a play here to be made, but I think the ball dies on him. So Adam Thielen has to make an adjustment to this ball, and it might not even it might be on the next play, in fact. As a matter of fact, it is very similar plays. But I feel like there's a play to be made by Adam Thielen, but the ball it isn't thrown on a line. So Adam has to make an adjustment, try and dive for the football, and there's just not a catchable ball to be made. When you see it from the other angle, you see more of what I'm talking about. And instead of Bryce driving that football, it's kind of out in front of him and just sails a little too much. If it had a little more oomph on it, I feel like there's a play to be made right there. What do y'all say?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a hard throw to make too. There's two guys in coverage. I thought maybe he could have hit TMJ. Oh no, this is the net. Okay. Yeah, he threw it too far out. Yeah.
I'll play it one more time. 1, 2, 3. And again, he has that unorthodox drop. The ball is out of his hands on time, but I want him to plant his foot right on the third step of that drop back and launch this ball. Like I want the ball to hit him right here. I don't want him to have to jump out to the sideline to make a diving catch for the football. Um, but yeah, boys, that's my final note, man. That's the play for the Miami Dolphins. That's the all 22. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Cole, I'll let everyone have some real quick final thoughts. I have to get out of here to film another show. But Cole, what'd you see, man?
I think the big overall take is something for me personally. I have to accept something that Anthony said a long time ago. This year is definitely going to be about Bryce's progression and how he builds going towards the future. So we are seeing some better things with that. That's really what I focused on this round of film. There were some better throws this time for him. Definitely needs to get a little bit better, but it's not going backwards. I do see progression.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I see progression, but I also see some more throws that I want to be made. And I want to see some more inventive play calling at the line of
Schematics,
scrimmage.
yeah.
Yeah, for 100%. Anthony, your final thoughts.
Yeah, like Cole said, I think I'm seeing Bryce progress every game. I just think it's coming slowly but surely. This week is a big week. I think hopefully we learn stuff hopefully the team looked themselves in the mirror over the bye and said we got to do some things better. There's stuff I disliked about Bryce on film, but I saw a lot of good. A lot of what we talked about too. I hope that they allow him to play more freely. I just don't believe that some of the boneheaded mistakes he's making is just now he's just a bad quarterback. I don't believe that truly. I never saw this on his Alabama film. So let's hope that Thomas Brown, a guy who, has put faith in him, showed that believes in him and lets him, rip the ball and doesn't turn him into a robot. And yeah, the defense, let's see what happens. I mean, we have a lot of injuries. CJ Stroud may dice us up this week, but we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. We're definitely we're not going to be able to run away from all the quarterback ticks if CJ Stroud is able to ball out and Bryce isn't. But hey, man, hopefully Bryce can get some revenge and show everybody why he was the number one pick. Panther Pickle, what say you, man? Your final words.
I think we all need to remember, and fans out there watching this need to remember, whether you like it or not, we're developmental year. Our coaches are developing. Some of them, like our quarterbacks coach and our offensive coordinator, has never done this before. They're learning what they're doing on the fly. Our quarterback is a rookie, talented as he is. He's still a rookie, makes rookie mistakes. A lot of our players are some of our players are playing out of position, and some of them are just honestly not in the developmental stage they should be starting, but they are. Defensive, offensive line, both coaches. It's essentially a full year in practice squad, or the full year of preseason. It's just basically what it is, like it or not. And I think we all just need to come to grips with that. I mean, it's sad to say that. I know the coaches will never admit to that, but there's no use why some of these players are where they are, and I think that has a bottom line to your win-loss column. Some of these players shouldn't be where they're at, but they are. So we have to smile and hope everything, buddy, gets better in spite of it. And hopefully next year we can at least be 10-0 before we hit our first loss.
That would be amazing, Pickle. I'll sign up for that any day.
Cross your fingers, gentlemen. Well, my name is Cody Lashley, here with another edition of the C3 Film Room. I hope you liked it. Hit that like and subscribe. Leave your comments under the video. Let us know what you think about these film rooms and what you think about specific plays, specifically the Bryce fourth down play. I want to hear the opinion from Panther Nation if that ball could have been made to Hayden Hurst on fourth down. But ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you. This has been another special edition of the C3 Panthers Podcast. My name is Cody Lashley. Until next time in the film room, keep pounding.